Let me start out episode number 3 by doing this. Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay, we're good.
Yeah, I left the alcohol inside because I've had too much already.
Take it away.
Welcome, everyone, for the third episode of the Valkence Family podcast. It's crazy that we're already on number 3.
Oh, shit!
We're so glad that you can join us. I am one of your hosts, Lauren, streaming and content creating as LadyEverity's, with my friend Luke, streaming and content creating as Bite Me 117.
Hello, hello.
And we're just super excited to bring this to you.
Yeah, super excited. Like, so excited. And if people can't already tell from episode 1 to episode 3, the shyness has completely, basically dissipated entirely, and I just don't care anymore. At first, I was like, kind of nervous, and now I'm like, woo!
But that's why this is so awesome, because like everyone's just super chill and happy and relaxed, and we just kind of like eased into it, and everyone's happy.
Exactly.
And, we spend way more time than we should teasing our wonderful CEO Matt, but he loves it, so.
He's a piece of shit, and he can deal with it. Love you, Matt.
But yes, welcome to episode 3. We promised in episode 1 that we would do a deeper dive into the wonderful world of alcohol, so that's what we're going to talk about today.
Yeah, today's an alcohol-based podcast, so, ooh yeah, buckle up. How many shots you say you're into already?
I've had 4 or 5 already today.
4 or 5 already of tequila. I have, do you guys have tall boys in the States?
I'm not so super familiar with like the beer aspect.
It's a taller can. It's basically a bigger can.
Okay.
And that's that's what they call it here.
My alcohol knowledge really is towards more wine and spirits. I haven't really gotten to the beer thing.
Oh, I'm not super into the beer thing too, because with my medical issues, I can't drink anything with yeast in it. So I can't drink beer.
What's a tall boy then?
A tall boy? This would be a vodka sour raspberry, 7%.
Oh, so it's literally just the bigger can. Anything could be in it. It's just like what you call the bigger can.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's literally just a bigger can. That's 7%. By the way, for those of you who may or may not know, me, Luke, /Bite Me, I'm Canadian, whereas Lady of Verity, Lauren, is from the US.
Indeed. Lots of differences in the rules and the laws and what we have available. So we'll definitely get into that a little bit.
We can drink at 19.
Yeah, it never made sense to me that like we could go to war at 18. You can, learn how to use a weapon, but you can't drink until 21.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense.
Nah. It doesn't. It really doesn't.
It's just one of those crazy things.
It is. It seriously makes no sense. But hey, I'm not complaining because I'm on the Canadian side, so.
And we were talking to Matt before recording this, and he mentioned that the average alcohol content is like 4 or 5%, or 3 or 4%.
4 to 5%. I was like, oh my god.
That's like nothing.
That's terrible. Like for a cooler or a beer, like there's 5% coolers here and stuff, but like this is our low end. 7% is our low end. Like
that's your like White Claw,
Yeah.
If I can say like basic bitch girl drink.
Yeah.
Not the serious drinks. And I'm not knocking the basic bitch drinks because I will drink them and enjoy them like hell. But it's just
I'm drinking a basic bitch drink right now. I'm drinking a fucking Black Fly. I don't know if you guys have them, but let me tell you,
I've not heard of that brand.
They're the basic bitch drink for Nova Scotia in Canada. I will tell you that right the fuck now. Mind you, the tall boy versions, which is what I'm drinking, are actually kick ass. So yeah, not
Most
afraid
of them
to say
are.
that.
They're fruity. They're happy. They're not too much. You can kind of enjoy them without getting wasted. Like, it's good.
Oh my god, you should try like the Black Fly in a pint bottle or something like sourpuss is just it's it's so bad. I've seen so many younger women around here, like, you know, growing up going to parties and everything, and just all the women on black flies, drinking black flies or fucking sourpuss, and they would just be twisted. And it was the most sour, sugary fucking drink that you could buy. The stupidest drink you could buy. Like, ugh, gross.
See, those are the ones that get you, like the sugary ones. Those are the ones that give you the massive hangover the next day.
Oh yeah, bad. But like these were like next level, like double the sugar, for some fucking reason. But no.
Sounds delicious though.
Oh, they like, ugh. I can picture taking a shot right now and just being like, and cringing so bad. So bad.
I would say send some over to me, but I don't even know if it's legal to ship liquor over the border. I don't think it is.
That one I'm not too sure about, because here, my stepmother, she gets, her brother sends her, imported schnapps from Germany and, Austria. And let me tell you, Germany and Austria, they don't fuck around with their alcohol either. Holy shit. Like, I've never had shots where I felt drunk and high at the same time until I've tried Austrian schnapps. It, like, 70 fucking %. You do 2 shots and you're like, woo.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Oh my god. And it, like, my stepmother was like, oh yeah, it goes up to like 90. I'm like, fuck. Like, that's insane. That's crazy. She was like, want to try a shot? And then after that, I'm like, can I have one more?
That must be a U.S. thing then, because if you mail anything, like you go to the post office and like they ask you all the questions, or anything perishable or liquid or alcoholic, because they charge you a duty tax if there's alcohol in it. Like, Uncle Sam's got to get you.
There might be duty tax here as well. I'm not saying there's not. I have no idea. I have no idea because I don't get it shipped to me, like I say. But regardless, she gets it done. She was in Germany, came back, got with my father and whatever. And, yeah, she was a nurse in Germany. So now she's living her best life here and getting her brother to send her the best of liquor. So
that's so cool.
Yeah, it's awesome. She is, quite the delight at parties. Yeah, I will say that. Very, very fun stepmother. I love her to death. But yeah, basic bitch drink of Nova Scotia, Black Fly. There you go. What would your basic bitch drink be?
I tend to go... It depends... Okay, I'm one of those crazy people. It depends on my mood, what I drink. Like, if I'm watching a sports event, I tend to go for like an Angry Orchard, you know, a hard cider type thing.
Okay.
If it's a hot day and I'm out with friends, like at the beach or like poolside or whatever, I'll tend to go for like the White Claw type stuff. I don't particularly, I don't like White Claw. I think it has a weird aftertaste, but I'll go for one of those types of drinks where it's like a hard seltzer type deal.
Okay. Can I go ahead and admit something right quick?
Oh, of course.
I've never had a White Claw.
You're not missing anything.
Oh, okay. All right, sweet.
No, the concept is good, but I think there are other brands that do it better.
And I'm basically 100% certain that I have found those brands, but they're literally Nova Scotia brands, and they're only... Because, like, Nova Scotia is a big liquor place. Like, so many different types of alcohols are made here. It's crazy. So that's
cool.
Yeah, that's really fun. But sorry, I had cut you off. What were you saying?
No, I think it's cool that you guys can just, you know, kind of stick to the local stuff, and I tend to only have access to the commercial stuff. So like Truly, I'm forgetting some brands because my brain is mush, but like those types of things, and then I'll go for obviously with dinner, depending on what it is, a red or a white wine.
Yeah,
always good.
Yep. Absolutely.
Always good.
I agree with that.
And then apparently on afternoons where my power goes out, I'll sit back some tequila.
Yep, whatever makes the tummy warm, and you go woohoo, fuck the power.
Yes.
I feel that. I feel that. But yeah,
it's weird that like, I'm sorry, I would totally cut you off.
No, go.
The last couple of years, I learned that I can't have gluten. And you don't realize like how many liquors are made from grain stuff that I can no longer drink.
Yep.
So, like, tequila is one of those safe drinks. The light rums are the safe drinks, but, like, I can't do whiskey, I can't do bourbon, I can't do, some vodkas are actually made from grain, not potato.
Yeah.
Interesting to know. So I have to, like, read labels and stuff. It's very strange now.
Yeah. See, I feel that, because, yeah, again, I have, stomach health issues, so I can't drink beer because it has yeast in it. And that's like me with food. Like, I can't eat anything spicy anymore. Like, I have to really make sure, like, if I'm buying a store-bought pizza or whatever, I have to make sure that the sauce on the pizza isn't a spicier sauce. Like, I gotta check everything. So I feel that. Got off topic of the alcohol and shit a little bit there, but you get my basis. Point being, yeah, I can't drink beer anymore because of the yeast in it. So...
Yeah, no, it's not off topic. It all fits in. Although we could totally do a whole episode just on like food.
That is 100% true.
But that's another day.
We can do so many episodes on so many different things. It's unreal. So,
truth.
So yeah, tune in for future episodes, ladies and gentlemen, for sure. Don't worry, there'll be plenty more where we've got drinks on the go and things are pretty loosey goosey. This isn't going to be the only podcast where we're pretty tipsy and such, you know, not necessarily tipsy, but you know, loosey goosey.
No, we're relaxed. We're happy.
Loosey-goosey.
I do find that when I'm streaming, I tend to like having at least a little something
loosey goosey
to sip, because it helps with the jitters and the nerves. So streaming, alcohol, definitely.
Goosey.
Loosey goosey.
Sorry, I had to throw that in there.
No, it's good. It's happening.
Yeah, no, it's just chill. It's really chill. So it's great. So, it might be a bit early to say it, but fuck it, we can always run around and talk about so many different things, because like I got drinking stories and everything. Like, we can go crazy. But Lady of Verity here has an insane concept that she has in the works that is coming to fruition. Would you like to share with us that exciting news?
I do. I would like to share.
All right.
Anyone that has tuned into my streams or watched any of my social media stuff will have heard a little bit about this, but I am very interested in making my own wine. It's crazy like how it started. Okay. So we'll go back to the very beginning. I became obsessed with wine. Like 12 years ago. I joined a wine club, and they shipped me stuff every month. And just me and my sister had so much fun tasting different wines and learning about the nuances of different wines and where they're grown in the world and like how temperature and all this stuff can affect the harvest. And it was just like, this is cool. Let me try it.
Yeah, that is something that a buddy of mine does. He does it with beers and wines, like everything. Jeez, hard liquor, beers, wines, you name it. But he does the same thing. He does a lot of tastings and stuff like that. And I went to school with him. And he has a big collection now of different wines and hard alcohols and stuff like that. And, you know, when he pours himself a glass, it's a very proper glass every time. And I'm pretty sure that he brews his own wine as well. So it's cool. It's cool. I'd like to do that. I would really like to do that. Like, just set up a nice bar area, stock up on, you know, some nice stuff, and then, you know, test out different things.
It's crazy too. Like it's a science, because you have to get the right ratio of like sugars and yeast so that it actually creates the alcohol and the right temperature so that it can do the fermentation. But it's also an art.
Yeah.
because like there's things you can add to it to get different flavor profiles. Like the first wine I made, I legit used like grape juice from concentrate, and I did it in a 1 gallon container in my bedroom on my
Yeah.
one of my end tables, and it was like it was completely wild.
Yeah. Did it work out though?
You know what? It did. It didn't taste great. I'm not gonna lie, it didn't taste great.
But it was your first one.
But it was the first one, and I was just like, okay, so I can do this. It was like the first time I was just like, this is possible. Now let me start getting a little bit more nuanced into it.
Yeah.
So the second wine I made was like a grape cranberry juice concentrate thing. Not concentrate. It was like ocean spray cranberry juice, basically. And I did the same thing, in the 1 gallon container, and I put the sugar and the yeast and all this stuff, and it didn't start to bubble right away. I was freaking the fuck out. Because I was just like, okay, well, the yeast was dead, it wasn't hot enough, the chemical reaction's not happening, this is going to be a flop. And then overnight, I woke up to the sound of it, like, basically bubbling out of the container. It was
Holy
so
crap.
fast. So I was like, 2 a.m., cleaning up my dresser. It made a huge ass mess. And it ended up being really good. This one I also didn't frack it properly. Like there's this whole thing where you like a tube system where you can like pull it out of the bottle because it didn't have a spigot. Yeah. And I got lazy, so I just poured.
Okay.
And I learned that that's how you make sparkling wine. I made sparkling wine by accident.
Oh, that's interesting. That's actually. I'm not gonna lie. That's pretty cool. If I were to learn that like on my own, I'd be like, oh fuck, I made sparkling wine. Okay. Like.
Yeah, so that's the only difference between flat wine and sparkling wine. In sparkling wine, you add more yeast and it continues to ferment, but there's nowhere for the gases to go, so it just traps in and makes it sparkling.
Exactly. That's awesome. That's cool.
So that was fun. And then the most recent attempt, which I actually put on my social media, I actually went to a company online.
That looks so
and
good,
bought,
by the way.
Like proper grape juice, like wine grape juice.
That looks so good.
It was so fucking good. Like, I did it properly. I did the fermentation, and then I racked it into a separate thing, and I let that sit and do what it had to do and be all happy, and you gotta leave it. That's the thing with wine. It takes for fucking ever, but it's worth it.
Yeah, exactly. My grandmother makes, she used to make moonshine back in the day. There's still so many people that make moonshine around here. It's fucking crazy. And, yeah, like I said, Canadians don't fuck around with alcohol, and especially not in Nova Scotia. That is one thing that I have got to say, and I will hold out on that forever. To any other Canadians out there, I'm sorry, but besides Alberta, Nova Scotia is the only other place that's gonna drink hard as fuck. And, of course, Newfoundland. Alberta, Nova Scotia. Those are your top drinking places in Canada. Nobody else is going to handle their alcohol better.
See, now I gotta visit Nova Scotia just for the alcohol.
Oh, you'd love it. Some hardcore moonshine here. And not just regular, like, there is regular moonshine, of course, but, like, flavored moonshine. Blueberry, raspberry, grape. Same thing with wine. Different flavored wines, blueberry and grape, and grapefruit, and so many different flavors, and perfected. Like, we're talking decades of work put into making these wines and stuff, and it's just been passed down, and these people have been doing it for like ever. So it's great. It's like, yeah, you want some good wine? Yeah, you don't go to the liquor store. Just go to somebody's grandmother. Like, go to somebody's grandmother around here. I guarantee you she's got a fucking beet cellar or a wine cellar. And that wine cellar is packed to the brim with some good shit.
Okay, so I have a question for you.
All right.
Because in the States, you can homebrew legally up to, I think, like 200 gallons for personal consumption, but you cannot let it leave your home. If you're going to share it with other people or brew more, you have to get a permit and a license and, like, do all this bullshit. Do you have to do that in Canada?
Not a clue.
Fair enough.
Straight
Fair
up, and you can leave that in, Matt. I don't give a shit. I'm not brewing any alcohol. I know people that do, and yeah, that's just everybody does it around here. That's just the way that things have been and probably will be for many, many more years to come. I
No, and I mean, it makes sense if it's
Yeah.
just for yourself. Like,
Oh,
you don't have to.
it's not.
Well, for the family. Like,
It's really not. Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody gives a fuck around here. I really don't. I'm not 100% on the law on alcohol. Besides the fact that I follow it, like I'm not the one brewing it. Like I said, I don't know the law on brewing it yourself and stuff like that. I just know that I'm legal age now for like 7 years to drink, so I'm good. I'm golden. And that's pretty much all I do. But if you want some good shit and you know a family member or a family member that knows somebody else that makes their own stuff, go for the stuff that that person has made because it is going to blow you away compared to what you're going to get in the store.
oh yeah, definitely.
Mind you,
Definitely.
there's a lot of things in the stores here now that are, like I said, Nova Scotia made. So, like, one of the big things for me, the brand is called Coldstream. And it's a Nova Scotia brand. And it's a 6% vodka drink. Vodka, lemon. Lemon vodka drink.
Ooh,
6%.
that sounds good.
Very, very good. It's, by the time you drink the first one, the second one is like drinking water. Like, you don't, they taste amazing, but you're just like, you want to pound, they're dangerous, is what I'm trying to say. You want to drink. Like, you're just like, oh, they're so good. I just want to keep drinking them. And then you finish your 6-pack, and then you're like, oh, fuck, I want some more. And by that point, you're staggering around pretty good.
Yeah, they're definitely dangerous. The ones that are alcoholic but don't taste alcoholic, so you're just like, oh, this is like juice. I think I'll keep going.
Nova Scotia has done a really, really good job at doing that.
Oh, I had an experience once on a cruise ship. They had an excursion on a party boat, and they made their own homemade rum. And when I tell you that it did not taste like there was any rum in this drink, I was trashed. Like it was bad. I think I slept for 14 hours after that.
That's awesome.
Because we were playing like drinking games. We were doing like flip cup with like actual Caribbean rum. It was insane.
That's epic. See,
It was so good.
That's fucking mint that you even remember it, because most people would be like, fuck, I don't even remember that. Like,
I've been like pass out drunk 4 times in my life, and I remember everything. I've never gotten blackout drunk. I've gotten pass out drunk, not blackout drunk. There's a difference.
Yeah, oh fuck yeah, 100%. I'm not a big drinker, but because there was literally nothing but alcoholics on both sides of my family, so I cut that the fuck out. So I can handle my liquor and I can drink, but I don't drink very often. Plus, I have a daughter and I have an example to set. So you know.
Oh yeah. I should also probably mention. Sorry to cut you off, but I should mention that my pass out drunkenness was only on drinks that did not taste alcoholic, and I did not notice until it was too late. Like I was not setting out to get that drunk. Like that was not the plan.
I've had that problem, except I've never gotten to a pass out, ever.
Okay.
Because again, this has got me going back to I'm not a big drinker, but I can handle my alcohol, and I've drank to the point where I will never get to a pass out point. I've never gotten to blackout, but I will go from fantastic to all of a sudden, something don't feel right in my stomach. I gotta throw up.
Yeah.
Right now. And that's when I book her out of sight, throw up, and then as soon as I'm done throwing up, here's where the Nova Scotian kicks in. As soon as I'm done throwing up, go the fuck back to the fucking drink that I was just drinking and continue to fucking drink it. Be like, all right, we're good. No problem. No problem. Soon as I throw up, sobers me right up. I'm like, all right, ready for more. Let's go.
No, my body doesn't metabolize like that.
Mine
will
does.
Be drunk forever.
Oh, that's everybody I know around here. Everybody I know. I've seen people throw up like crazy, and then as soon as they finish, golden. Like they never threw up. And then they'd be like, all right, where's my drink? They'd go right back to drinking. Every fucking time. We're a different breed. We're fucking weird.
Well, I'm also like 4'11", and at the time I was like 125 pounds, so there was nothing to...
Have you seen the size of me?
Yeah, but like I said, it's also metabolism, like how your body processes, like...
True.
There's factors.
That is true. My metabolism is probably... If the scale topped at 10, mine's probably 15. So, yeah. I could eat a horse and go to sleep and burn it off. Let's just say that. I don't know why I chose a horse, but let's fuck it.
What did the horse ever do to you?
It didn't do anything to me, okay? I love horses. I just fucking threw it out there. Point being, high metabolism, so.
Save the horses, high metabolism. We're good.
I hope people like this episode. I think it's gonna be a good one. Nah. Everybody loves it. Everybody's here to chill. It's fantastic. It's going great. Matt, you're garbage.
This is quality content right here.
I know, and Matt's so garbage. It's
I know. It's amazing anything sounds as good as it does after Matt's done editing it. I mean, shit.
We could take a 5-minute breather here and just rip on Matt for 5 minutes, you know?
I mean, we totally could. At one point, we're gonna push him too far, and we're gonna get fired. Like,
no, Matt loves us.
Hands down.
Obviously, we're fucking joking, which he knows that. I'm not joking.
Oh, yeah.
Not joking.
Kidding, not kidding.
Fuck off. But, yeah, no. Much love, Matt. Much love. Let's see. What do you think, the fun and the struggles of starting a wine business would be?
So, the fun is definitely, at least for me, like, because it is a science and an art. Like, I kind of point out, like, a little bit, because you have to have big things happen, and they have to happen in a way that, you know, it produces a product, but also has to taste good. And there's many factors to get that to happen. But the struggles that is kind of making me step back a little bit and taking a little bit more time is, at least in New Jersey and America, the legalities of selling wine, it's a bitch.
Really?
It's a bitch. So you have to have certain permits and licenses, and like they have to do inspections of the space because you're selling, you know, a product. And
makes sense though.
It does, but to like get your name out there, there's competitions, and you have to enter the competitions, and then like all that stuff. Yeah. It's a lot.
Yeah, I can imagine that. I could imagine that.
I don't. Matt's gonna kill me for saying this, but like in the beginning, Matt had mentioned, you know, kind of having Valkence collaborate with me, and then I guess they looked at the legal side and they're just like, you know what, you're good. We'll support you, but you do your thing. I was like, but fine.
I mean, like, it is a tricky thing to get around. Like, there's so many different things with legality and things like that. It's, you know, you gotta be sure, you know.
Yeah.
It's better to be safe than sorry.
But yeah, also because I'm crazy, I had this crazy idea where I wanted a vineyard where I'd grow my own stuff and like crush my own grapes. And growing your own grapes is a challenge. And my aunt will listen to this and be like, bitch, you ain't growing grapes. I am. Because I have land right now. So my grapevines are at her place.
Oh, really?
So she's been kind of growing them for me for the past 3 years.
Hey, that's what aunts are for.
Every time I say my grapes, she's just like, excuse you?
Well, kind of fair enough, because if I looked at my aunt and I said, yeah, holy shit, I have such a nice pool, she'd be like, what? And this is like a fucking $130,000 pool, she'd fucking backhand me.
That is a nice pool, though. I saw those pictures.
It's a nice family retreat. But my uncle also went to war to provide all those nice things. So, and
Fair enough.
yeah, he's seen some fucked up shit that I would not wish upon anybody. And to be frank, he's not being paid enough for what he's been through. Straight the fuck up. But
Oh no, we can definitely agree on that.
at least they're doing something. Anyways, yeah, nice pool, nice spot to chill. And every time I go there, he's always the kind-hearted and talkative person. If I take friends there, as soon as I show up, oh, what's going on, boys? What are you doing? Oh, where's the drinks at? Where's the drinks? Come on. Oh, you just gotta be drinking if you're going in the pool. Oh, come on. Where's the joints? Where's the marijuana? Come on. Like, man, calm down. We're coming here to swim. No, come on. I know what you're doing. Like, bro, chill.
That's the stereotypic Canadian hospitality, though, right?
No, it is. He once he starts talking, he doesn't stop. But he would do anything. Like, just about everybody around here that I know would give you the shirt off their back if you needed it. If you show them respect and be kind, they will go above and beyond for you. That's one thing that's very good about this place. So, yeah. Fortunate
That's awesome.
for that. Fortunate for that. And if you want to get fucked up, you come here too. Because you can get fucked up real quick.
Well, once the borders stop being so picky, definitely schedule a trip up there because it sounds awesome.
If I ever seen you around here, I would personally tell you where to stay, for one, because I'd be like, alright, this place is garbage, this place is garbage, this place is mint. I would guide you. And then, yeah, if you ever ended up around here and I ever met you in person, I'd shit my pants. I'd be like, holy fuck, this is awesome.
Well, we're all gonna meet in person at some point. Like,
I know, but
we're gonna have
like,
a big Valkence party. It's gonna be great.
I know, but the last time I met people online was like 2011, and it was just such a surreal feeling. I'll never forget it. It was so weird, but so cool. Meeting Xbox Live friends in real life that you never thought you would meet is something else for sure.
Yeah, I can imagine. I was supposed to meet some people that I had met online kind of during the start of the pandemic a couple weeks ago, actually. And it was all planned. And then the morning of, my stomach decided it wanted to hate me. And I never actually got out to meet them. And I'm so fucking sad.
That's unfortunate. That sucks. I'm sorry to hear that, but
Like, people came in from Canada, someone came in from Italy, like, all over the US, and they were all meeting in New York City, and I missed it.
damn, holy shit. Yeah, that sounds like it would have been a party. But who knows? Like you said, you're gonna have to get up here one time, and I will show you where to go, and there will be a party.
Yeah, we'll have to get Logan and Justine over too.
And Winja, or that wait,
That's Logan.
no, Jordan.
Oh yeah. If Jordan wants to cross the border, I was thinking because they're already in Canada, they can just like hop over.
That is true. I just when you were saying Logan, I was like, I thought Jordan for some reason, like instantly, but Logan, Jordan, it's like it kind of similar, and with a buzz in my head, it's kind of similar. So don't judge me, boys. I love you, okay? But yeah, Jordan too. I want to involve Jordan. Tay.
Of course.
Like the day we all meet up would be fantastic. But yeah, if you ever send yourself up here, and Logan is down and Justine is down to meet up somewheres, that'd be insane. That'd be insane. We would have a nice family Valkence party, and I can guarantee you we would be trashed.
Okay, crazy question.
Mm-hmm.
Money is not an issue. Your stomach is not an issue. Alcohol of choice. What are you drinking?
Okay. Let me see. Alcohol of choice. What am I drinking? Fuck. That's a really It's actually a really hard one.
Right?
Yes, like very, very hard because again, I don't drink a whole pile, so I need to experience more to choose a favorite. You know what I'm saying?
You can only drink one thing for the rest of your life.
Well,
you have to forsake everything else.
Well that cut. I don't have.
I know, right?
I don't have a whole pile of a list, to be completely honest. But if I had to drink one thing for the rest of my life, I would probably go with the Coldstream lemonades, Nova Scotia brand.
Okay.
Because at least they're 6%. They're in a small can. They're 6%, so they're strong. So you get fucked up pretty quick. They taste really good. And they're not overpowering with sugar or anything like that. So that would be my answer. I would have to go with Coldstream from Nova Scotia.
Okay.
How about yourself? Favorite drink?
I was literally trying to think, because I knew you were going to ask me the same thing, and I was like, I don't know if I can choose. But at this particular point in my life, just because of the versatility of it, and I'm going to name drop a label right now, 21 Seeds Tequila.
21 Seeds. I've never heard of 21 Seeds.
It's fucking delicious, and it comes in flavors. And what I like about it is that there's 1 gram of sugar per ounce. So it doesn't give you the headache. It's got the happy flavors. You can add it to a seltzer to make it like a little happy spritzer thing, or just drink it straight up. Like, for right now, that's like my go-to.
Okay.
So good. 21 Seeds, if you're listening to this and we'd like to offer a sponsorship, we are accepting applications. Throw that in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really fucking good. They have 3 flavors. They have like a jalapeno, I think cucumber, which I'm not into because I don't like jalapeno.
That sounds intense.
They have an orange and then a grapefruit, and like, it's so fucking good.
Yeah. Which one? Grapefruit sounds like one that I would choose.
Yeah, the grapefruit hibiscus, because it's got like, it's the citrusy with a little florally, and it's happy.
Sounds like I'd be happy with it.
Yeah. So I wanted to ask you before, and then I forgot because we kind of moved on. But your friend that makes the moonshine, how difficult is it to make moonshine?
I'm not 100% sure, but I know obviously it takes time. It's like wine, it takes a bit of time. You gotta let it sit, because if you drink that shit too soon, you will literally go blind first, and then your kidneys will fail and you'll die. So yeah, it's got to set. It's got to go through a distillery. Some form of distillery, whether it be copper tubing or something. I'm not sure how they do it these days, 100%, but it's got to be distilled. And I can't remember what they even used. Like, they won't tell what they used to make it. So I don't know.
According to the family recipe, I see how it is.
Yeah, but it's not because I don't know it.
Yeah. Okay, so it's definitely like okay, and I ask because I was in a liquor store one day, and in the case, like at the checkout counter, they had a $1,500 26-year Macallan. And like, my brain is like, what on earth could possibly cost $1,500? So I did some research on how to make like a Macallan Scotch or whiskey or whatever the hell it is. And after looking at the process and like the distilling process, and you have to use a certain type of barrel and the expense for that, I'm just like, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I love
Plus it took 26 years to make.
Yeah, I love like bourbons and stuff like that. I only had a bourbon once, but I really liked it. But I like seeing how bourbons and certain whiskeys are made, with the certain barrel aging and stuff like that, and getting all the flavors from the barrel and stuff. I like that. I think that's cool.
Yeah, I had this crazy idea because at the time, I was about like 26 years away from, retirement age, and actually no, because I don't know why I thought 26 years would be a good idea, but I was going to start it a couple of years ago, and like, oh, in 26 years, yay, we have this thing. Because my friend loves Macallan, he loves whiskey.
Yeah.
And then I looked up, like, the process, and you have to distill and, like, rack off, and then distill some more, and then, like, you have to be careful, because if you don't do it enough or the right way, then it's just pure alcohol and you can like die. And I was like, this is so not worth the stress of doing this.
Yeah, it's a hassle. It's definitely a hassle. But if you can pull it off, then you're laughing.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, if you can do it, like, then that's incredible.
Oh yeah, big time. Big time. So
maybe one day I'll get the courage to give it a go.
Yeah, exactly. So that'd be your favorite drink right now. Those flavored ones.
Oh yeah, the tequila.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be your favorite one?
That's my favorite one, which is crazy because you'd think it would be wine, but right now it's tequila.
Yeah, I can understand that. If I gotta go, okay, if you, now I gotta ask you the same thing. If you gotta pick one thing to drink for the rest of your life, is it the tequila?
If I couldn't drink anything else, I would go with the wine.
Okay. All right.
I would go with the wine, only because it's just so happy.
Yeah, true. But people that say wine, like people, especially people around here, and like a couple of years ago, I don't know, maybe when I was, I don't know, 23, 24, something like that. I don't know. I'm almost 27, so like I'm young, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Creeping up there a little bit. But yeah, years ago people used to say, "Oh, the wine's for sissies and this and that and blah blah blah." And I'm like, "You guys do realize, like, you chug this bottle of wine right now, you're getting fucked up. Like, I don't care who you are or what you're getting a buzz." And
yeah.
Like, bullshit, and they get a bottle and they drink it and then they're fucking staggering all over the place. And I'm like, see? Fuck you. Shut up. I'm like,
I don't know what the alcohol content is where you are, but we can get bottles of wine that are like 15-16% alcohol, so
ours go up
you can get pretty good on that.
Ours go up to 22.
Oh, fuck you.
22 is so oh my god. Oh my god. It doesn't even taste like wine, I'll tell you that, for one. It's got such an odd taste, but one glass and you're warm and fuzzy and you're like, ooh. 2 glasses, you're pretty much good to go. 3 glasses and more, you're looking to puke.
Yeah, 22%, that's practically a spirit at that point. That's
yeah, it's ridiculous. It's completely unnecessary.
Is it super sweet or is it like more dry?
Yes. Super sweet.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Because you need more sugar and more yeast to make more alcohol, so that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely sweeter for sure. But ridiculously strong. Do you guys have Pink Whitney?
Yeah, that's a universal brand. I
Is
have
it?
not tried it yet. I haven't tried it yet. Because I'm supposed to not have a ton of sugar. And I know there's a lot of sugar added to that.
I was going to say don't mix it with wine, but fuck it. I don't know. It's not
no, why would you? It's vodka, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, why would you mix that with wine?
Because I could.
Ew, no.
No, I was drinking them both separately.
Okay.
I was drinking.
I was making a drink out of it.
No.
Bad, Luke, bad.
No, I was drinking wine out of the bottle separately, and then drinking fucking Pink Whitney out of the bottle separately for just getting twisted, playing fucking pool. With.
Did you hear the saying? You're not supposed to mix the liquors.
Well, I went outside. I threw up. I came back in. I kept drinking. So.
Oh my god.
That's I don't know what to tell you. No, we were playing pool that night, and it was a $50 bet on the winner, so had to keep a good buzz on the go, but had to bring my A game, which was difficult.
God, I haven't done a drinking game since that cruise, because now I'm afraid. That was one of those, okay, I did it and we're done.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
Fair enough. If I had the same experience, I would have been like, yeah, that's it. No more of that.
yeah. Plus, I mean, you're 27, you're still young. I'm, I think I mentioned it last week or the last episode. I'm 37, I'm getting up there, and the body doesn't recover as well when you get up there in age.
No, and even at 27, you realize that real quick.
25, at least for me, was like the turning point.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Anything before that, you feel you can do anything. You can conquer the world. You can bounce back from anything. Everything past 25, you're just like, holy fuck, okay, age is kicking me in the ass right now.
Yeah.
Like, that's when bones start to hurt. Like, your injuries from being younger start kicking back. Like, they start hurting everything. And it's like, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I better start slowing it down a little bit here.
Yeah. I broke my ankle 6 years ago or 7 years ago now. It still hurts. Like, you just don't recover anymore.
One thing I never recovered from as a kid, I stepped on a nail and it went right through the bottom of my foot and it hit the bone.
Oof. I feel that. Ooh.
And I felt it hit the bone, but it wasn't like bad or excruciating. I literally just pulled the nail out of my fucking foot and kept playing because I was younger and I didn't give a shit. Anyways,
you're crazy. Do you know how dangerous that could be?
Yeah. I do now. I didn't back then.
Oh my god.
But when I step some days, like if it's damp or anything like that, if I step and put pressure, I can still feel where the nail hit the bone. So
well,
that's uncomfortable.
Small side story, but related to what you just said. When I was little, my mom was kind of, Miss Fix-It, so she was, nailing together our porch and stuff. And she wasn't paying attention to what she was doing, so she knelt on a nail. And it, like, went all the way through, hit the kneecap, hit the bone. And, like, going to the doctor, they did the x-rays and stuff, and they mentioned at the force in which she went down on it, it could have actually chipped the bone.
Yeah.
So you really shouldn't have just kept going.
Probably not.
You really shouldn't have. You should have gotten that checked immediately.
I didn't even tell my mother until years later. I was young. I was like 7 or something like that. I just didn't give a shit.
Well, at that age, you kind of you bounce off floors. Like, that's fine. But...
Yeah, I think like 2 years later, I did the same thing. I stepped on 2 fucking nails simultaneously in the same foot, and I just did the same thing. I just ripped them out and kept going.
Oh my god. These are the type of stories where you expect, and alcohol was involved. And it wasn't. You were just young and silly. And...
Yeah. No, I was just young and
God.
stupid. As far as alcohol stories go, something that is clearly not, clearly not legal around here, but it's harmless fun, obviously. And plus, it's giving somebody work to do. And that would be having a sober driver and, the rest of the people having a little bit of a buzz. And I'll never forget just my girl cousin driving and me and her boyfriend were all driving around listening to rap music. We got a good buzz. She's driving sober. And every time we'd see a road sign, like a speed limit sign or anything like that, pull over. We'd pull over. We'd bail out of the vehicle. We'd shake the sign as hard as we could about 5-6 times. We'd pull it out of the ground and we'd just haul that in the ditch as hard as we could and just bail back in the car and gone. Take off for the next one.
Why?
Just for something to do. Boredom.
Just 'cause.
Just 'cause. And one day somebody kept, oh my god, me and friends were doing it when we were younger too, and somebody kept driving up and down my area. And we started with one. He drove by, drove back, drove by, and we kept realizing he kept driving by, back and forth, for a drive or something. So we were like, fuck, we're gonna fuck with him. And we just kept, every time he'd go by, we'd take a road sign out. And then by the end of it, he realized, he was like, where in the fuck are all the road signs? And then he ended up calling the cops, and the cops tried to get us, and we bailed into the woods, and yeah, we were drinking this time too. We were all on vodka and stuff like that, so it was really funny. And the cops don't care. Like, the cops are basically showed up to be like, all right, enough is enough. Like, stop it. You know what I mean? As long as you're doing harmless things around here, like harmless fun like that, you're getting a slap on the wrist. People don't care. Like, if you're causing damage or anything like that to somebody or somebody's property, then yeah, it's a different story. But harmless fun like that, that's nothing. Like, especially a road sign, that's the city shit. Fuck, the city will go and put that back up, and they're getting paid to do it.
Well, they have to pay some, like, that's now costing the town money, which is your tax money. Like,
it's not our tax money. No.
I'm moving to Canada. You guys have different rules.
Yeah. Yeah. With the the day after the road sign is taken down, it's put back up. So,
see, that type of thing would be like if you were caught by the cops. Like, you obviously wouldn't go to jail. You might get a fine or get community service, and you'd probably be the jackass putting it back together because you're the one that pulled it apart. Like,
well, we're not pulling it apart. It's literally just it's a steel sign. It's a metal pole with a sign on the top of it, obviously. So yeah, like, it's
gotta go back in the ground.
You just pick the pole up and you stick it back in the ground and you hammer it in. You're good to go.
Oh my god.
That's literally it. That's literally all that has to be done. That's why.
Because of all the things you can do while drunk, that's the most innocent.
Exactly. And if they were so hard to, or if they were so easy to pull out of the ground, then, like, you know, they're not going to be that hard to put back in. If they didn't want them pulled out of the ground, they wouldn't make it so fucking easy.
Oh my, it's actually not.
It is.
It's not easy to just pull a street sign out of the ground.
I can do it by myself in 2 seconds. I've mastered it.
I don't have those muscles, so it's not that easy.
It's really funny. I'll have to take a video one of these days because it's literally fucking harmless and it's hilarious.
Yeah, just don't post it to social media. Or definitely get you.
Dude, I live in a village. A village. I don't even live in a town. Plus, if they want to fucking fine, okay? Fine me. It's one road sign. Sorry I pulled it out of the ground. I'll pay the fine. I'll put it back in the ground if you really want me to. Jeez.
I do find it amusing when people do illegal things and post to social media, and it's like... And then I get surprised when they get caught.
Yeah, no. That would be... Obviously, I probably wouldn't do it. But, like, if I did, I'd be like, no. Like, I'm fully expecting consequences here. Like, if I get caught, it's a no-brainer. If you're doing something illegal, you're gonna get caught. Plus, I'm telling stories from years ago, so it's not like people listening to this podcast are gonna be like, oh, it was him pulling out the road signs fucking 5 years ago. He's in shit now. No, I was drunk. You know, you gotta have fun sometimes, okay?
Oh no, it's all good. It's all good. It's really funny.
It is. It's a lot of fun. That and crabapple fights or firework fights when you're drunk. I don't know if you've ever had firework fights, but let me tell you, when you're drunk, that shit is like you're in a movie. And
I have seen them. They look dangerous. I watched from a safe distance.
They are dangerous. But, they are 100% dangerous. Wear goggles at least, for sure.
We do not condone going around throwing fireworks at people.
No, I do not condone it at all because it is incredibly dangerous. But Roman candle firework fights are fucking awesome. When you're older. Just saying.
If fireworks in your area are legal.
Yeah.
They weren't for like a long time in my area.
Oh, seriously?
They are now, but yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's actually crazy.
Yeah.
Wow, I never knew that. That's really interesting.
And it's bad though, because since they became legal, like, people will just set them off whenever. So yes, the fireworks are now legal, but there are still noise ordinances, and 2 a.m. is not the time to set them off.
Yeah, fair enough. See, people will, like, we're allowed to set them off wherever and whenever we want here as well.
Mm.
But I live in such a small place, like, it doesn't happen all the time. If you hear fireworks or see fireworks around here on a random day, chances are it's like, somebody's birthday. You know what I mean? Like, that's pretty much it for around here. It's either people fucking around, or if they're going straight up in the sky, it's people having a party. Or it's somebody's birthday. That's it.
See, that's fair. At least there's a reason. I can't imagine what the reason would be at 2 a.m. for someone to set off fireworks.
To be a dick, because I I know somebody around here that sets off a firework every morning at 7 a.m. to scare the deer off, because there's a dickhead that's around that goes hunting, and he hunts like right next to the guy's property, and it pisses him off, and I can see why. So he sets off every time he goes in hunting. He's in there at 7 a.m. waiting for a deer, and the guy just lights off a firework, scares the shit out of the deer, so all the deer take off, and then the guy leaves pissed. So yeah, that to me is funny. It's hilarious. I go to my buddy's house, and his son is like 8 years old, and he's like, "Oh, Dad, haven't heard the 7 a.m. firework yet." And I just laugh. I'm like, yeah, this place is great. This place is awesome. Like I say, come here, have some drinks. It'll be great. You'll love it.
One day I'll get up there. It'll be fun.
Nah, seriously, you would really love it. To anybody out there, Nova Scotia's the place to come if you want to drink. Go to a good spot where you know some locals, and the locals will take you the rest of the way. Trust me. Once you're in with the locals, you're good, because then everybody's giving you everything. Like, everybody's so generous. They're like, "Oh, here, have this, have this, have this, have that, have this." And then by the end of it, you're so fucking sloshed and drunk that you don't know what the fuck to do with yourself, because everybody's been giving you everything. And yeah, it turns out to be a good time every time, so come on over.
So it's actually interesting. As much as we talk about this, I don't really drink a ton.
Yeah.
I did notice though that, like, in the beginning of the pandemic, when we were kind of, because I work in a school district, and no one was allowed to go to work for like at least, I think it was a good 6 months. Like, we couldn't just go in. Everyone was hybrid or home.
Yeah.
And I was drinking a lot more.
Yeah.
A lot more. And I kind of, at the time, I was, seeing my doctor occasionally, because I was checking up on, like, my thyroid stuff. And, she asked how things were going, and she asked if I was drinking. And, I was honest, because you have to be honest with the doctor. And I was just like, yeah. And then she asked, because I guess they have to, and just like, "Oh, do you find yourself more sad?" I'm just like, "No, I'm really just bored." Like, it need to become a boredom thing.
Yeah, exactly.
And she wanted to test my liver and make sure I wasn't lying to her, and make sure that, like, I wasn't overindulging, and, like, that was all good, because when you overdrink, you can tell in your blood work.
Yeah, exactly.
But it made me think, like, how many people during that pandemic, because, like, or at least around here, alcohol sales were declared an essential business because so many people were freaking out that they could no longer purchase alcohol.
Holy shit. Yeah, that...
And it was like, it made me think, it's just like, oh my god, are people, like, that dependent on it?
Yes.
And I think it's definitely one of those things that you have to be mindful of yourself and of those around you. If you notice that people are just becoming a little bit too dependent, there are resources. Definitely, get them the help they need, because it is an addiction. It can be an addiction. It can be bad.
Yeah.
But you have to be honest with yourself and mindful, and
exactly,
and know why you're doing it.
Who said this episode had to be all about the fun and stuff about drinking? Be mindful. Be safe. Well, seriously.
Because it's important to be responsible too, and, like, obviously indulge responsibly, but, like, I do think that it's one of those things that you have to, like, be aware of.
Oh yeah, 100%, for sure. Like, I have my daughter tomorrow, around 10 a.m. my time, and, like, I've had one. I just finished my cooler right now, and that's all I have in my house. That's all I need. That's don't have to overindulge. That's it. Now, if I was going out to a party, that'd be a different story. I'd have a little bit more. But, you know, still, I'd be safe. Know your limits. Know your limits. Do not overdo it, because I've seen so many people overdo it, and it's scary. It's scary to see. And like I said, I've grown up with nothing but alcoholics, so it's terrifying to me. So, yeah, definitely be mindful and don't overindulge and take your time. Drink responsibly. Drink responsibly.
And I'm not ashamed to admit that I have a history in my family of, of alcoholism, and every once in a while, because I know that it can be genetic and it can be inherited, like, I'll go a month or 2 months without drinking anything, just to kind of prove to myself, like, this isn't a problem, this is a choice, not a need, like, kind of that kind of thing.
Yeah. But then that little hint in the bloodline is like, drink wouldn't be too bad right now, and it could be months later.
Oh yeah.
Like, genetics, because of my genetics, I should be an alcoholic. They told me that. They were like, technically you should be an alcoholic right now with the amount on both sides. I was like, well, no. I said no. I cut that crap out. I drink every now and again. All right. Party, getting sick at a party here and there, whatever. You live and you learn. I haven't gotten sick in probably like 5 years or more, because, like, you live and you learn.
Well, yeah. And it's learning and knowing your limits, how things affect you. And yeah, but, like, during the pandemic, I was drinking 1 to 2 bottles of wine every single night.
Oh my gosh. Holy.
Like, it was a lot.
That is a lot.
It was a lot. I was justifying it because I was just like, well, because of my diet, I'm only drinking water. I cut out all soda and, like, juices and stuff. So at the time it was because I was bored and it was the only flavor I was getting. So I was just like, I just kept pouring.
Okay.
And, like, so I, talked to my doctor about it and everything, and she had recommended, they actually sell the single serve little wine bottles, and just, like, do those so that you get the flavor, but there's nothing to keep pouring. And that was working for me. It was just like, okay, I don't need the alcohol. I just, it was just the flavor, and I can stop. Like, it was, that kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's definitely important to recognize the difference.
Yeah, 100%. So, is there anything else that we would like to add before we end our 3rd episode here?
No, I think those are all of my, or at least most of my crazy. I can go on forever with all the crazy alcohol stories, but those are the good ones that I can share.
Oh yeah, I could definitely go on about stories for a long time. But yeah, okay. I guess this will do it for episode 3. Thank you to everybody that is tuning in. It is greatly appreciated. Seriously, you guys are amazing. You guys can find us on, what is it, Apple Music?
We are Apple? On YouTube and Spotify, and we will be on Apple.
Yes, and sorry for the party invite noise I just got on my PC. Oh my god, my friend's gonna keep spamming me invites now. Fuck! Right at the end of a fucking podcast. Damn it! Fuck! That's a great way to end it. But yeah, you can find us on Apple at some point, and Spotify, and whatever else Lady of Verity said, because now I'm all confused. And yeah, hopefully you guys had an amazing time. Seriously, much love to everybody that's out there, sending out them positive vibes, and yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed what you've listened to, and hopefully you guys are looking forward to episode 4. And like I said, we'll be having more fun episodes like this one too, where, we'll have a couple of drinks, and we'll just hang out, be all loosey-goosey, and enjoy ourselves. So, yeah.
Loosey-goosey. I want to use that forever now. Loosey-goosey.
That's the way I always put it, so. Gotta be loosey-goosey, baby.
Thank you all, and don't forget to follow also Luke and I on our socials. I am Lady Verity pretty much everywhere, and Luke will have his various
basically
different ways of spelling it.
I am bite me 1i7 on Twitch. That would be the main thing. And bite_me_117 on Instagram. That is how you can find me.
Excellent.
All right. Well, hopefully everybody has a fantastic time. Much love once again, and hopefully we will have you guys listening in on episode 4. Have a good one. Goodbye, you guys.
Bye.